Well, do you know these white folks, man? Everything I tell you, Rush Limbaugh, all these redneck right wing, they know it, but they scared. If they mention it, they'd be killed. Huh?
Mm.
Did you hear my son call me the other night? I wasn't here. And he left a message. Rush Limbaugh was talking about you. Said, if you want the truth, call Dick Gregory. Hmm? You hear me?
Yeah.
They know it. Jones and all of them know it, man. They know Kennedy didn't die in Dallas. He was a vegetable. He died April of 71. You tell me I know that, and the New York Times don't know that? And these white folks, man, they so mad and scared that all at once, here comes Trump coming through, talking talk. It ain't about him. It's about what they have to listen to and hear, and people get away with it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is about. It ain't about how many black folks is put in jail. It's how many white folks is in jail now. How many white folks is dying from drugs, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is about.
Mm.
And there probably won't be no election next year, okay? All right?
Wow. You had mentioned that to me before.
Okay, well, wait, before this political stuff, this is nothing but theater, man.
Yeah, it seems like that. With Donald Trump.
It seems like that because there won't be an election next year, huh? When did they ever start having...
I don't mean to cut you off. Did you see the Democratic debate last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Theater. Huh? Theater. All your pension money's gone. Did you know that?
I've heard that. I heard rumors.
It was in the Chase J.P. Morgan Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Put there, from there to the Greek bank, a number 2 powerful man in J.P. Morgan, Jimmy Lee. You get off the show, punch him up where he dead. They killed him 3 weeks ago. Oh, it's okay for you to take the money, but if you mess up, the penalty is death. Did you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You watched the riots in Baltimore, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you heard the mayor and the black police say they won't give us no information, huh?
Right.
You mean you the police chief, punk, and she the mayor? And there's a group of white folks in there? Well, what kind of pictures have they got on y'all? Huh? All at once, he quit, and she's not going to run for another term. What did they show them in their face? You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Then you had the little girl, the prosecutor out of Boston that came in.
Right.
And they told you her whole family's police, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are they saying to the white folks? Her mama was a cop, daddy was a cop, his 2 brothers was a cop. What they didn't tell you, all them Negroes was busted for shaking down the black community in Boston, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's a new world, man. And when you get off the phone, or some of you people who listen, they can punch up now, Google, why is it 75 top bankers from J.P. Morgan have committed suicide, and everybody know it was murder? What was they fixing to tell?
Mm-hmm.
What was they fixing to tell? I went in to get a $100,000 check cash today. They had to give me 90% of it, man, in 20s. That's how tight the money is, okay? Social Security, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever ask yourself why? Why? Ask yourself why. Please tell me why you and me can have a company hiring illegal aliens, Mexicans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how come they put them in jail but don't put us in jail?
Yeah, good point.
Huh? You know why?
Why?
They take Social Security out on them, which they can never get because they're illegal. And if it wasn't for that $3 trillion they took out of them, your check wouldn't be worth a penny. Huh?
Wow.
Now, I know that, and Trump don't know that. This is theater, man, to keep your head. What do we have in
real quick, Brother Greg, do you think the Oregon shooting, you think that was theater as well?
The what?
The Oregon shooting. Do you think that was theater as well?
No. Let's go back to the church shooting in South Carolina.
Right.
South Carolina, right?
Yeah.
9 people.
Charleston, South, yeah.
9 people. Did you know that church is where Juneteenth was invented?
Yeah. We had did a show on that. I remember you told me. Right.
Okay. Now, it's the 15th, 16th, and 17th of June. How did that little redneck white boy that they never finished grade school know that if I go in and shoot him on the 17th, that's the last day of the festivity? How did he know that? How did he know that black folks have prayer meeting on Wednesday? Did you hear when they said the old woman told her 6-year-old grandchild, play dead?
I remember, yeah. I remember hearing
and
about
she's
that.
killed. So who told the world that, huh? You ever been in a black church, man?
Yeah.
Do you know if a stranger come in there and look like they're gonna get close to the minister, them they can beat him to death.
Yeah.
So how this redneck come there and sit in a circle? Now, when you mentioned Oregon, let's go back on this. Did you see any bodies?
No.
Did you see any ambulances?
No.
Did you see any hearses?
No.
Did you see any funerals other than the one funeral they had at the White College?
No.
Okay. All that's theater, man. Theater. Now let's go to before we go to Oregon, let's go to Connecticut. When the killing took place in the school. Okay? So when the cops come in there, they see teachers laying dead, right? And students laying dead, right? So they said, the shooter killed himself. How'd they know he was a shooter and not a teacher?
Right. Okay.
You hear me?
Yeah.
How'd they know that? Now, let's watch this here. His daddy was big financial punk with General Electric. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know.
So they say the boy went home and killed his mother, right? And then smashed the computer, right?
Yeah, right.
Because her job was made trick mind control games for the CIA. Okay? Now watch this here. His daddy was the financial genius at General Electric. Okay? Now let's go back out to Colorado. The killing in the church. His daddy owned the company that fixed your credit score.
Okay.
So now you see why the folks at McDonald's and poor black and white folks in the ghetto was able to get $500,000 houses, working part-time. Here the punk out there fix your credit score and then sends them to the boy's daddy in Connecticut who runs the credit team for GE.
Wow. That's something.
Now you see how it works?
Yeah.
That's how it works. And it's hitting quick, man. Quick.
Do you think it has something to do because Ben Carson has said that through a combination of removing guns and disseminating deceitful propaganda, the Nazis were able to carry out the evil intentions with little resistance?
Man. No, wait. if the black folks that was here for the 20-man anniversary, if they was here for that, and they talked about burning up and tearing up the government and tearing up the Supreme Court, right? They'd come take your guns from you. Huh? That's but nothing. You see, the reason I'm sick and tired of people comparing black folks to Jews, look at the Jews. No. Hitler didn't have the Jews as slaves, okay? The Jews been out of slavery for 5,000 years. We haven't been out 500. Go back 500 years after the Jews, they was acting just like us. They wasn't business people. Huh? The way you black folks think you can compare some people that still feeling the effects of slavery, huh? Do you know there ain't another man on the planet that calls his woman like we do you a strong sister? Did you know that?
Right.
But called his car beautiful? Because they have told me in my head that nobody can be beautiful but a white woman. But I look at my woman, I see something so powerful, but I can't say beautiful, so I say you strong. Strong. Did you learn your ABCs when you was a child?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Do you still remember them?
Yeah.
Well, how long do you think it would take for you to wash it out your brain?
It's been programming so thoroughly, it'll be hard, man.
But even if it wasn't, you don't have the background to know about the brain. Huh? Those folks that did that, man, was high up on the pecking order in science. Do you realize this country has some gas? They can go to a Notre Dame football game, $100 and spray it, and everybody there become homosexuals, okay?
Wow. Now, I've heard that before. It's interesting to hear you say that. Wow.
Okay. And they can do another game and spray it, and you become cannibals. I'm not talking about black folks. Anybody they spray it on, huh? Let me tell you who you're dealing with, man. Did you see in July, I think it was the 14th, August, maybe it was something, where that spacecraft rendezvous and took them pictures of Pluto?
Yeah.
Do you know that thing, they fired it off 9 years ago? To arrive there 9 years later at 12:02, and it did. You know what kind of technology that is? And somebody going to have a rally and talk about what you going to do? Did you hear that little planet they found so low they call it our cousin?
Yeah.
Said got water, huh?
Right.
Now, sometime tonight, we'll get through. Google up, there's 1.5 million black men that's missing. That don't mean they're in jail. That don't mean they left their wife. They are missing, huh? You hear me? Are they there on that planet? Did you know that they've been building cities in outer space since 1963?
I've heard rumors.
Okay. So that's what it's about. So to get back to the movement, the first movement, listen what he was able to do, man. He took October the 16th, a weekday, not a weekend.
A weekday.
A weekday. When the summer heat's gone and you don't know how cold it's going to be. And he brought in 1.9 million black men. It was only 2 crimes that day in the whole city. a crazy white boy called in a bomb threat. And he was so dumb, they kept him on the phone so they could go out there to U-14 and arrest him. That's how stupid he was. The other guy was an Asian selling hot dogs without a license. That's nothing else. Not just black in the whole time. Okay. And then a lot of black folks went back and did things. Now, this might happen now, but a lot of black folks will go back and inspired. So this is what this is about, man. But young children, you know, the masses don't want you talking to them. Why? You talking about young folk. I'm not talking about you. Young folk walking down the street with their pants below their butt, right? On these drugs. Well, let me tell you something, man. More old black folks die every day because they hooked to salt and sugar. Then OD from hard drugs in a year. See, you listen to fools that just talking crap and don't know what they're talking about. You're better off not listening to them.
Right.
You hear me?
Yeah.
You better off not listening to them. All these old ignorant black folks let their boys go to war. Huh? Can you imagine Jews letting their sons go to war for Nazi Germany? Huh? Go to war. While they over there fighting Supreme Court. See, we can't blame it on redneck, nigger-hating, crackers, Klansmen. No. That was 9 of the most powerful men in the world, Supreme Court. While you over there getting your brains blown out, they take your voting rights away.
Right. Wow.
Okay? Did you know when what's his name, Obama won the presidency the first time? Did you know they had riots at Ole Miss University? That put the soldiers in, killed some white folks. The press didn't even talk about it. Did you know when you elected the second time, them same rednecks had riots again, and black folks didn't pull their black athlete children out of that nasty school? That says something about us, okay? Okay, you want to get those Confederate flags down. There's 12 states that have them. Now, there's a unique thing that goes on. In the South, they have no multi-billion-dollar sports thing. They don't have football teams, basketball teams, big billion-dollar. So their trillion-dollar money comes from college sports.
Sports, right.
And that's us. And we're so ignorant and ungodly and unspirited, we won't even say, if them flags is not down, that open racism don't stop. We're calling for a boycott of our black athletes coming there to them schools. That would have stopped that night. But we're not liberated. Huh? We're not liberated.
What do you think about Farrakhan saying we need to boycott Christmas? He had mentioned that during the
You cannot say we're going to boycott Christmas 2 months before Christmas. Huh? Okay? The Christmas stuff they be selling, you think they just started making it now, or they made it 2 years ago?
Okay.
Huh? You hear me?
Yeah.
He has deep respect. That should have started with Ferguson. 82% of all retail in America happened between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Huh? Okay?
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. Huh? Boycott Christmas. Oh, well, what about the black? What about them? They'll be. Let them be, huh?
Mhm.
Because what they selling to you come from white folks.
Mhm.
Black folks don't make no milk, no butter. But that's what happens when you're not liberated. They was able, Elijah Muhammad, Marcus Garvey, nobody talks about the greatness of them, what they were able to, before we had communications like we have now.
Yeah.
It's too late. We'll be honest, if your wife is 9 months pregnant and the water bag break, it's over.
Mm.
See, when you first get pregnant, for 9 months, gestation is a gradual naturistic change that leads into revolution, which is quick change.
Mm-hmm.
When that woman's 9 months in the water bag, you take all the military with all their nuclear stuff and open up her legs and see if you can keep that baby on her.
Mm.
Revolution is mean, right?
What do you think about in the news? They keep mentioning what's going on in Syria with Vladimir Putin and Obama. What do you think could happen as a result of what's going on right now?
Them white boys got with Obama and showed him what the map was, what we gonna do. Come on, man.
Mm.
They was just the day before, hugging, drinking vodka.
Right, at the end.
It's a game.
All a game.
All a game.
Mm.
Let's take Tiger Woods.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to win 4 more to tie Jack Nicklaus.
Right.
5 to be the all-time great.
Mm-hmm.
White supremacy came in and busted him.
Mm.
And they said to him, now here's what we like to go over with you. Say, you good boy. But you know the little girl you took to Sweden to see you play? She's 17 and a half. There's a law. A law called the Mann Act. So you're looking at 20 years because the bus is coming down tomorrow.
Wow.
Or can we make a deal? We'll just leave that open. You go back out there and play, but while the whole world's watching, you draw back and something happens to your back.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, this time, he was number 1. Now he's 270. Talk about retiring. Nicholas is intact. That's what this is about, man. When Bill Cosby and them was talking about buying NBC, his son was killed. That's what this is about. It got nothing to do with no women.
Mm. That's what it's about, huh?
That's what it's about.
So do you think they did the same thing with Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather? Because he retired. He's 49-0. He's tied with Rocky Marciano, but he won't continue boxing to have the greatest record.
That's probably what. Mm-hmm. What you don't know about Rocky Marciano? When he was coming up, he fought his brother twice with different wigs on. His brother.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
That's what happened. You remember when the black fighter said Marciano couldn't hold his jockstrap?
Yeah.
That's what he was talking about.
Oh, okay. Wow. Damn, he dropping some info on me today, brother.
That's what he was talking about.
Okay. That's what it was. Now, something I noticed I get emails also about that they want me to ask is that people feel as though on television there seems to be a overwhelming amount of homosexuality on television. Do you think there's some type of agenda?
No, public. They've always been there.
Mm-hmm.
Preachers, married men, married women, they've always been there.
Mm-hmm.
George Washington with them tight satin pants and semi-high heel shoes.
Mm-hmm.
that make up them wigs on, that don't tell you something?
You're right, yeah.
Abraham Lincoln was gay. Lover was a black man he brought with him from Springfield. Now, the gay ring of the Republican Party, are you aware they're called log cabin Republicans?
No.
Well, you ought to look this up. The gay wing of the it's called log. What was the only president you ever read about lived in a log cabin? You there?
Yeah, I don't recall.
Abraham Lincoln.
Uh-huh.
He's the only president you ever read about lived in a log cabin. That's what I'm saying. See how it works?
Uh-huh.
See how it works?
Uh-huh. Log cabin Republicans. I got to look that up. Log cabin Republicans.
The gay wing of the Republican Party is called log cabin Republicans.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You don't have your computer right next to you, do you?
No, not right in front of me now. No.
Okay, well, I'll tell you to look it up in your audience. You ever heard of the Hitler's SS troops?
Yeah.
That's that elite group of homosexuals that put him in power. When he got in power, he killed them all. Don't think this is something new.
Mm-hmm.
The Brown Search in Germany is the same thing as the Bloods and Crips in America. So it's been there. Yep, been there.
Got it. Well, I got one more question for you to wrap up the hour, Brother Dick Gregory. When I called you yesterday, I called to wish you a happy birthday, and your wife says, Dick Gregory, he likes to meditate on his birthday. So I want you
for 60 years, my children have never been around me on my birthday. My wife, I rent a hotel, lock the doors, turn the phone off, TV off, and for a week I just fast and pray and meditate. That's all.
That's awesome. Now, I've seen a old video with you speaking. I don't know how old it was, but you were talking about communicating with your 65 trillion cells. I forgot exactly
75 trillion.
Right. Could you explain to the people what you meant by that, and also tie that in why it's important to meditate, so we can close out on a spiritual note?
It's when you drink whiskey and alcohol and run into God. Not supposed to run. Sports is a violation. The billionaire white folks who have the training for their children, the best coaches, how come you think they don't let their children participate in that crap, man? Pull up the research they did at Harvard and Yale and found out when you went to school, say, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Remember that?
Yeah.
They found out that your blood pressure chills, man.
Yeah.
That your heart cools out, yeah. That's the sound. That's the rhythm. And so consequently, that's why they keep it from you. Make you think you have to be stupid or you have to be in college. You can't even close your eyes and fantasize some poor welfare mother meditating.
And the last one was when you mentioned communicating with your 75 trillion cells. What do you mean by that?
Those are your cells. If you had $75 trillion in the bank, that's your money, right?
Right.
Don't you check it out every now and then?
Yeah.
Now watch this here. So if you go to check for $1 billion and carry it to the bank, and they cashed it, right? That means they cashed it because that's your money in there, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So why would you say thanks to the teller?
You're right.
You ever thought about that?
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I just was thinking about it. You're right.
So if you look at the Christian Bible, the New Testament, God never said thanks. The Old Testament, the real God never said thanks. He said, humble yourself. Humble yourself. You go to the bank and they cash it. Bless you, sister, bless your brother. That's all they gotta do. Then thanks. And so I'm saying, if you could get off this planet, right, and go outside and look down, you know what you see?
What?
You see something like the universe, because that's who we are. We are the universe. The universe. The universe. And there's a new group of children being born now. Did I ever tell you about that? The indigo children.
The indigos, right. We talk,
IQs 200. I'm talking out there in Silicon Valley. Them white folks go out there broke. In 2 years to be multi-billionaires. The indigo children. Or they ain't just white, they black and everything.
Yeah, amazing. Well, I want to thank you for coming on the show again, Brother Dick Gregory.
Thank you, my brother.
I know the people are going to love this one. And anything you want to close out? Anything you got coming up you want to tell the people about?
No, just keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. And just watch.
Indeed.
And in the morning, if you start praying and meditating before sunrise, you see things change. When the sun comes out, prayer stops.
Interesting. Once again, y'all, this Underground Railroad Radio, Brother Rich, and we are signing out with the one and only Dick Gregory, and we will see you next time.
Thank you for the Underground. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Bye-bye.